I realized that, oh wow, like things are not always surface level. You actually have to forgive anyone that made you feel a certain way, and also forgive yourself for, I don't know, decisions that you made that maybe rubbed people off a certain way. So yeah, it taught me forgiveness from the heart, like from the core, to actually be happy for these people, to actually forgive them from the core.
Hey, UG boy, let's talk to them. Let's talk, let's talk to them. Let's talk to let's talk to them. Let's talk, let's talk to them. Yeah, I'm from a beautiful place, the Pearl of Africa. Hailing with a 256, it's in my blood. That's a gem where the mountains rise, with stories untold. The tapestry of cultures unfolding, so vibrant and bold. A symphony of stars, a celestial light. The drums beating, echoing through the night, just like a beacon of light. A reflection that's coming up from the Nile. I'm flowing straight into the heart of Africa, with timeless stories untold. What's up, dog?
Elevate your podcast game today. Are you looking for a perfect place to record your podcast in Kampala? Look no further. Danceoff Studios, located at Ivory Plaza on Wilson Street, Level 3, Room 4, is a perfect place for you. Danceoff Studios has professional recording equipment, comfortable and creative environment, expert for all your podcast needs. Book your session today. Find them on all social media platforms or reach out to them directly to secure your spot. Let them make your podcast dream a reality. Danceoff Studios, where stories come to life.
3, 2, 1. Whoa, let's do this finally.
Welcome back to another episode of the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. Today I'm sitting down with somebody who has literally grown up before our eyes. A wife, a businesswoman, creative powerhouse, and Uganda's very first child star, baby Gloria. From global brand collaborations to reviving her music career and staying true to her ministry, she is showing that faith, consistency, and authenticity can take you far. Let's dive into her journey, the wins, lessons, and what life looks like behind all the success. And of course, that bold step into the reality TV of Kampala Crème, I think it was season 2. Let's get into it. Gloria, welcome to my podcast.
Oh my goodness, it's a pleasure to be here, Bonny.
The one word you kept saying, Bonny is a scam. Oh my God, what is this?
Oh,
Tell me your
my
experience
goodness.
when you got in that chair.
Bonny is such a scam. I was so ready to meet Bonny because, oh my goodness, it's such a superstar. And then I enter and there's just one chair for me. I'm like, where is the host? Where is Bonny? Is he about to reach? The first thing they tell me, he's about to reach. But then I'm like, I'm a creative and I don't see a seat here. I don't see what magic they're going to create here. But then they finally tell me he's going to be behind a screen. Then I was like, whoa, I'm underperforming. How did I notice that this thing, people are not together in the same room? How? As a creative, I'm underperforming. I should be seeing the lane that separates the two of them. Oh my goodness. But I'm so fascinated. It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes I laugh about it and sometimes my heart breaks at that part because I love in-person conversations. Like I really want to sit down with somebody looking at them across from the chair. But I'm thankful that this is the closest I can do and it's been good. People have liked it. I didn't talk about it a lot. I didn't even share it with the people. So everybody in Uganda thought that I was doing the interviews in Uganda, but I actually wasn't.
Wow.
Gloria, how have you been?
I've been fine. Yeah, I've been fine. That's what I can say.
Sometimes when I ask people like that, because you know how we grew up, Odiotia, J&D, like that's the response that we usually say. But sometimes when I ask people and then somebody will say, I'm good, I'm doing good. But anyway, sometimes life is good and it is really good and you can't really complain. You said finally we are doing this. We're actually finally doing this. And I plan to talk about this because the first time I reached out to you, it was a long time ago. I think 2022. And I wanted to have you on the podcast. And we missed all that. But one thing I believe in, God's timing. Like it's always a
Yeah.
perfect time when God makes something happen. So when was that time that you realized, oh my God, this guy has reached out to me to want to be on a podcast?
Oh my goodness. So there's this model called Kate Joy. She follows me on Instagram. So we follow each other. So I see a clip of your podcast with her. So I don't know, there's this gut feeling that tells you, I don't know, but I know this person has texted me before for some reason. Nesao. But for some reason, like there's that internet language, like you know if someone has followed you or unfollowed you, or you just know for some reason. So when I checked out your clip and then went to your page, I checked our messages and you had texted me and I was like, oh my goodness, he had texted me all this while and I didn't see the DM, because you know how Instagram is, like it puts you in requests and what.
Yep.
But when I saw your messages, I was like, yay, I get to be a part of this. Yeah.
There's two lessons I learned from that. And I usually tell other people that sometimes when we message people that we want them to be on the podcast, we end up in conclusions like, yeah, like, they don't want to be here. But most times it's not like that. And sometimes I'm a firm believer in like God's timing. If somebody didn't say it, or even if they saw it and they didn't feel like it was the right time for them to do a podcast, I respect that, because you want this to be a mutual. You're going to get the best conversation when both of you are on the same page, you know?
I agree.
And I really appreciated once you found that out, it's been a smooth preparation. Hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Hey, this is what we're doing. And it's been just like that. You even kept time. You're there on time. So it's going to be a great conversation.
And literally, I have a record. Like I've broken a record today. I'm never on time, which I'm not proud of. I'm really not proud, but whoa, I'm on time for someone who is not here. You literally stood me up. You stood me up.
How was your journey to the studio? I like to ask people. I've been to that studio once or twice, and I gotta say, I put respect to everybody who sits in that chair, who make it happen to sit in that chair. How was your travel to get to the studio?
So you know how town is. I'm not in town so often, but I was driven by my husband. So we're trying to find parking, and we went to a certain basement. And we just did a U-turn because it was so claustrophobic. There was no parking. And as we're getting out, the lady told us, no, U-turn your fucking. I was like, U-turn your fucking.
U-turn your fucking.
So my husband just told me, just roll up the window and we go, what do they mean? Like, Bambi, Ugandans have looked for money left, right, and center. So anyway, so I was trying to call your contact to get us here, crossing the road. It's so chaotic and so, but it was a fun experience. And getting here, I was so like, it's fascinating, but also like, oh, like I really adore your determination to actually do this and find a way of making a podcast work with fellow Ugandans. Like, wow, I really adore that, to be honest. Like, I'm so fascinated.
That is amazing to hear from you. And it's the same thing I tell people, like, when somebody finally sits in that chair. That's why when people are late, I don't get angry and all that. I respect when somebody actually ends up making it in that chair. It's not just easy, like somebody, first of all, their time downtown. So I respect my guests. And this is why when I have people here, I utilize the time to have the best conversation on this podcast. So I'm excited, happy to have you on here.
Yay.
We have at least 3 segments that we walk through. The first one is a fun segment, kind of break the ice, but I always say the ice has already been broken. Somebody said Kampala is too hot, the ice already breaks before you get in the studio.
That's so funny.
But this segment is called This or That. This or That is where I ask you 2 things. You got to pick one. Feel free to explain why you pick one and dropping the other. Or feel free to say, Bonny, that's my answer. I don't really have an explanation for it. 2 things you can't say. You can't say both, or you can't say neither. You got to pick one.
Oh, okay.
They're not too hard.
Okay.
Early mornings or late nights?
Late nights. For some reason, I'm an early bird, but for some reason, I get alive in the evening to night hours. That's when I can do most of the things. So I wake up early, but then I enjoy the late nights better. Yeah.
I'm more of a morning person, but I mean, these are not my questions. So you guys have to.
Also,
all good.
just to clarify, I'm not those grumpy morning people. I hate when people are grumpy in the morning.
Really?
And you have to give them time, you have to give them space. They don't want to talk to you. Ew.
Yeah. Yeah,
So no.
that sucks.
Yeah, but I wake up early. Though I enjoy the late nights better.
Stage or studio?
I would say studio.
Okay.
It's studio. You want me to give you a reason?
Please, if you have it.
Oh yeah, because I think like people think I'm very, what should I say? Very out there, vibrant. I'm not shy, but for some reason I think I'm shy and reserved. So I would rather be in a closed space like that. That's why I'm so happy to be here. So yeah, studio over stage, but I aced the stage too.
Yeah, it's cool. If only we had both. So
Right?
as an option. Yeah.
Yeah.
TikTok or Instagram?
I used to say Instagram, but now TikTok. Yeah.
Why? I'm interested in that one.
I used to think Instagram is more inspiring in terms of goals and everything, but now TikTok is just so laid back. Like I'm in a point in my life where I feel like life is not that deep, to be honest. Like, just relax, just find a random funny video, just find people doing their things, not so curated photo shoots, curated lifestyle. TikTok all the way now. And it depends on your algorithm.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
I kind of jump back and forth, but my heart leans more towards TikTok too, on different reasons. TikTok does not make it hard for you to earn money. Like you don't have to try so hard. Whereas Instagram, you have to do really hard to break even into like the people. Like you can have a video that's doing really good, but then the pay from that, it's kind of. So I don't really like Instagram, and also like Instagram makes you work hard. Like you said, TikTok is laid back.
Yeah.
You find funny stuff. Like you don't really have to try. So it makes it easier for a creator to gain following, to get money. People find it easy. So yeah.
Anyone can have a one-hit wonder on TikTok. Like anyone can audition for fame. Yeah.
Heels or sneakers?
Heels. I used to be a sneaker person, but now I'm a heels person. They're painful, but they're elegant and classy. So heels.
The last one, tea or coffee?
Oh my goodness, that's so hard. But I'll say tea.
Tea. Okay.
I'll say tea. Yeah.
What's the one thing that made you lean towards tea more than coffee?
Because with tea, you can detox. You can you have so many options. Yes, coffee has so many options, but you can have green tea, you can have hibiscus, you can have rooibos tea. Let me not say that word, but there's so many kinds of tea, And for coffee, like there's so many question marks. Everyone is like, how to stay away from caffeine? Stay away from caffeine. If you're caffeine. So tea.
But also like tea is naturally just asked because if you're Ugandan, tea. Because that's what.
Yeah. Also, my dad is addicted to tea.
Yeah.
So I think it's in my genetics.
Tea for life.
Yeah.
I drink tea every morning.
Yay.
That was our this or that to get us into our next segment. And then next segment, this is where we break down your story behind the star, your journey, things you've done, you've achieved, and we get to have this conversation. Actually, I tell people I don't do interviews. I do a conversation where we're going to talk back and forth about stuff and things you have done. But let's start it all the way from the beginning. What was it like growing up as Uganda's first child star? I got to say, I used to see you on TV a lot. Or you've grown up like in TV, like on TV.
You did?
With your songs. Yes. With your songs and your mom's music too. I grew up in a Christian home. My dad is a pastor and I'm a PK. So definitely gospel music was all over in the house, and I got to know you since then. But how was it for you growing up as Uganda's first child star?
I would say pressure. There was a lot of pressure from my parents, from the public, from the school, from every direction as a child, and people are judging you on adult level, and you're literally a child. No one is reserving you. Nothing. You're going through the whole fame or popularity thing, regardless. Over your 3 years, 2 years, 5, 4, it doesn't matter. So It was amazing, of course. I really thank God. Like I can't help but see the privilege and see how that was amazing for a child to be the first child star in the country, even to be on everyone's television. But as a child, you're just doing your passion, you're just singing, you're just, I don't know, showing up at family concerts, those WBS concerts.
WBS, yeah.
Yeah, like you're just doing you, but then there's a lot of pressure, no lie. Yeah. And also it grows you. Like you can't help but get so much more intelligent for your age because of the things that you have to go through.
And I know that hasn't changed. I think it just even keeps up. As you grow up, you grow with it. You just learn to live it. Because later on, we're going to talk about it because living in the limelight right now. And there's this thing of growing up as your mother was already like a star, was in music. So people not recognizing your success being like your effort, attaching it to I know your parents have done a good job raising you, but like there's a tendency of the public not seeing your personal efforts because they see you in the shadows of your parents. Is that something you have had to deal with?
Yeah, of course. I'm proud to be a nipple baby. It looks like I'm a nipple baby. Anyway, it looks like you find it easier because your parents are already in the limelight and everything. But I think it still takes effort. The grooming, especially from my mom, that you have to go through, the training, the stage command, the media training, everything is just, I don't think every other kid was playing, I don't know, Ludo or Penny or something. me are being told, when now are you being a trainer command? Like, what do you mean? And I'm 3. Sijakozayo, you won't sing again. You won't do this. Like, there's a lot on a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old, which I'm not complaining about, really. But, like, it's different. It's really different. And I think our efforts need to be accounted for. We're not just nipple babies.
But when now I'm being a trainer command, that was funny.
Right. Sijakozayo.
Speaking of that, when you look back in your music days, like I said, you've grown up in music, a music house. What's one moment that still feels surreal in your music days?
I don't know. I can't think about one particular moment, but I think it used to be moments where, first of all my concerts, like I would really think very little of myself. I would think maybe, I don't know, 500 people will come to my concert, or I don't know, 400, 300. And then maybe we are in the waiting room trying to dress up and my parents come, or like my mom comes and they're like, Banange, we have over 10,000 people out there. I'm like, what do you mean 10,000? I would feel so, I don't know why I didn't know what God can do through me. But for me, I would feel like, you want me to do a concert and I flop. But like, people, for all my concerts, people would come in huge numbers from the very first one. And that would be so surreal, like amazing sponsors, kids, children. Up to now, I still get testimonies from people telling me, oh my goodness, remember when I met you at this concert, at this place? I'm like, whoa. So that those moments humble me. And meeting like great people in the country, that really humbles me.
Are you the one who sang the song, Jagala Tuyimbe? Jagala Tuyimbe, Mama?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yes.
Is that you?
Unfortunately or fortunately.
So as you were talking, that just came back in my head because, like I said, we grew up watching like Christian music, and I remember vividly like watching your music and listening to your music and your journey. It's amazing. It's so surreal that I'm even talking to you right now. Super cool what life can do 20 years later.
It's so cool talking to you too. Mm-hmm.
At what point did you decide to take a step back and redefine yourself beyond Baby Gloria? Because like I said, we knew you from Baby Gloria, Bananga, Yimba, but now you've become something bigger than just Baby Gloria. When was a moment, or what? When did you decide to take your step, redefine yourself?
I think that's when my mom's brand, or what she wants to breathe through me, started to embarrass me. Like, hey, you're the one who sings this. Okay, those days, for some reason, like my songs started to sound like Adongo Kamu or something. So I would feel like, oh my goodness, ew, like I'm not growing. And the school that she took me to had geniuses in music. Like they were so good at instruments, or so good at music and everything. So I started to feel like, oh my goodness, I'm not doing well enough. I know I can do better. I know I can do R&B. I can do dance soul. I can do amazing music better than this. Like I know she did an amazing job. I cannot say anything about that she ate, because people ate that up at that time. But then after that, I started to feel like, how can I be singing Happy Holiday at this age? You know?
Yeah.
And then also like, how can my social media be looking like this? I need to take matters in my own hands. And the thing is with my mom, she's a very evolving mom. Her mind is already so wild. So anything that you put her into, she's ready. So I tell her, Mommy, I need good collaborations with like real urban musicians in the industry. I need to change how my content looks like. I need to change how my photography looks like. And she'll move with you. She'll support you. My parents will support you. My dad will support you. So that's the moment I realized, oh my goodness, Gloria, you need to redefine yourself. You cannot be showing up as that wannabe child star who didn't know what they were doing. Now you need to actually show that you can do it. Yeah.
When I got the name, the Ugandan Boy Talk Show, so if you get old, are you still gonna be the Ugandan boy? Do you ever have that question like of rebranding from Baby Gloria, or is this something you're gonna stay with for the rest of your life?
All the time. I feel like every interview, people ask me, are you going to still be called Baby Gloria? And I tell them the same cliche answers of, yeah, I'm Uganda's baby, or I'm going to be my husband's baby, or yeah. Thankfully, now that I'm married, people call me Mrs. Baleka. Okay. I miss being called Baby Gloria. No, recently, my mom sent me a poster. I'm so used to people putting me on their flyers as Baby Gloria. Now, I was next to my mom. It was a ministry type of thing. And I'm next to my mom, my picture and her picture. And they put Mrs. Betty Kibuuka. So I look at my picture and they put Mrs. Gloria Baleka. Sis, when?
Yeah.
No, like it's such a transition, but now you guys have options. Now you can call me Mrs. Baleka if you feel like, what? I can't call you Baby Gloria, but yeah. So yeah, now they have options now.
And just like me, when I got the Ugandan Boy Talk Show, I grew up in Uganda. I was born in Uganda as a boy and a young boy from Uganda. So whether I'm 80, whether I'm 90, it's gonna be the Ugandan boy, because the genesis of that, the meaning of that is a boy from Uganda. Came from Uganda, whatever I've achieved from that. So that's what it is. It's not about my age or what I'm at. It's just the meaning behind the name, the Ugandan Boy Talk Show.
And it's now a brand.
It's now a brand. And maybe I have a daughter. She's like 2 years old. And
you have
she
a
likes,
daughter?
Yeah, she likes my studio. Sometimes I have a clip that I did with her down here. Interviewed her like 3 words, like, what's your name? How old are you? I'm 2. And she seems to pick up. She likes microphone, and I would love for her to do the podcast with me. So maybe in the future, when she could be my co-host, and then we can think of rebranding the Ugandan boy and the Ugandan or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet.
That actually makes me think of a question. Like, did you feel like you were forced into music because your mom was doing music, or was it something you willingly wanted to do, to be in music?
I forced myself. Maybe along the way I started to rethink my decisions. but my first song, I actually composed both my first 2 songs that took the country by the storm, and I was now a star somehow. Anyway, I composed my first song, Mami Mami, because I can tell you the story. Because apparently, you remember ShopRite? I don't know if you remember ShopRite.
Yeah.
It had the most amazing ice cream, and I wanted to buy ice cream. Then I started to tell her, "Mom, jagana kutwalo the ice cream," something like that. So yeah, that's how that song came up. So yeah, no one forced me into the whole thing. My mom is just a Christian. She was like, "Studio time. This kid can sing. Good, please." Bring a studio, bring a mic, bring everything. Yeah.
And that's where I got that question from just me thinking about my daughter. Like, I never want to force her into something. If I realize that it's something she wants, then I want to add on to that. Like, And that made me think of like, oh, if she shows interest, she wants to do a podcast, damn, we're going to do the podcast together. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's put this work in. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what has been one of the biggest misconceptions from people about growing up in the spotlight?
Like you started the show, wait a guy, you think you're all that, da, 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 da. It's a lot. Like people think you think so highly of yourself. You can't be down to earth. You're not grounded. You're doing something because you think you're so big, and yet maybe naturally you're rebellious, or I don't know. Like people just come up with all these things, and they think definitely you're doing this because you all over billboards. You're doing this because you think you're all that, right? Because I remember even at my first high school, I did something small that I usually do. And because in that time I had a concert and there were billboards on that road, so everyone that was coming to school could see those billboards, that's when I got in trouble. And yet every day I would not get in trouble. This time around, they felt like she feels all that because and I'd never seen those billboards, but the kids would see them coming to school. But I don't know, like they start to feel, as adults especially, they start to feel insecure, feeling like, and yet they forget that actually when you grow up in a fame, you don't see it as a big thing. It's not something big to you. It is unnatural to you, and you don't even consider it. I forget that I'm even known like that, or that people know me like that. I usually forget. It's always when I'm moving with someone around me and they're like, people are looking at us. When I go, I'll never move with you. People are all over us. That's when I remember, hey, man, be sorry, you know? So yeah, those are the misconceptions that I would always have to deal with people, and people wanting to put you in your place. Like, we need to put you in your place. You think you're all that. We need to put you in your place. So yeah.
I like that. And this, one of the reasons why I said this podcast is we see you people, like somebody can just come on your Instagram, what you post, and they judge you basing off that. But that's just like a 1% of your life. There's a lot behind your journey, your story, how you got to where you are. So there's this sense of people judging other people because of what they had or what a 10-minute clip they saw. And I usually advise people, like, if you want to know somebody, have a sit down with them, talk to them, ask them how they are. Not everybody's going to get a chance to talk to you, but when I make this podcast, I want to put it out there. Maybe people will get a glimpse of what your life looks like. And maybe that will help them to learn a little bit about you, about your journey. And sometimes put some respect to your name of what you've been through, what you've gone through, and maybe change the narrative. Because Uganda is a country where tukulide kumbozi yaba boda oyo mwana you are good. Like the boda guy will tell you this story that they came up with, and it's not true. And then the narrative will just keep going. So I appreciate you sharing that and people learning about you and some of the things people think they're not right, and you sharing them on the podcast. The next, it's some segment, but we're going to talk about love, growth, and marriage. You touched on getting married. Shout out to Mr. Mbaleka. I think he brought you to the podcast. Congratulations on your marriage. It's been amazing to watch the videos, the pictures. It was a beautiful wedding. I wasn't there, but all I see was on the Instagram on your page. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
But how has marriage shifted your perspective on purpose and career? Because your marriage was in the news, was everywhere. People had a lot of things to say about it. People had different opinions on how you should live your life, what you should do. How has that changed your perspective at this time?
It always drags me back to the fact that it's always the intangible things that you should care about. It's not the tangible things. It's not about, I don't know what people want, the tangible things that they want, which we all want, of course. But I think the things that you should focus on first are the things that you can't pay for with money. Peace, love, true love, patience, friendship. There's so many things. Joy, marriage, a good husband, all these beautiful things. Because with all that in you, when you don't have all this depression, anxiety, bad friends, bad groups, bad everything, bad bosses, those intangible things that are so beautiful are the reason or are the motivators to the things that you're going to achieve in life, right? So if you want to hear people tell you this and that, and you want to take their advice, which is so unsolicited and unasked for, and it's not even good for you, you're going to make mistakes because
Right.
I don't know, like people are always just projecting. So that changed my perspective even more because I already had that perspective. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made the decisions that I made. But like it just fueled it like, whoa, the intangible things always make more sense than the tangible things that are just so worthless or that you can make anytime, right? So yeah, that's my perspective on life for now.
One of the things I've learned in life too, like people are always gonna say something about something, whether it's good, whether it's bad. Like people are always gonna say, but one of the things is just about you, not about them or what they say. It's all about you. Like, are you happy? You
Yeah.
think that's the right? And you have those close people that if you are in doubt of something, you can go talk to them. You have your mom, you have your close people that you trust. Like, okay, if I'm doubting something, I can go talk to these people, and I trust them. They'll give me a better advice, and then it's still up to you to make the choice. But the world, especially Uganda, has a lot of angry people who have hate or
Yeah.
something in their heart. Like by no busungu bungi mutima jabwe right
Yeah,
now,
Bambi.
they're dealing with some other external things in their own life that they protrude
Yeah.
to another person's life. And once you learn that balance, you're like, okay, I'm gonna cut out that noise. I'm gonna focus on this, and you're gonna live a perfect life. And I like how you handled it. You and your husband like handled that situation really, really good. The interviews I watched that you guys did, sticking to what you believe in, sticking to just you, not giving
Yeah.
any chance to anybody else to bring their noise into what you're trying to do. So you did that really good, and I had to mention that and talk to you about that. But what's something about being a wife that you didn't expect in a good way? Like, what's one thing about being a wife that you didn't expect?
About one thing about being a wife that I didn't expect. I don't even have one. I have 1,000. But let's start
Please
with the fact
give us
that,
5.
guys, when you're a girlfriend, use all your security. The fact that you can always jump out and jump back in, use it. Because the moment they tie that knot, or when you get annoyed, or when you're not satisfied with something, you are there for life. Which thank God I chose the right person. Thank God I chose my friend. But oh my goodness. Whoa, that's one thing that I immediately realized. Like, I love the liberty of knowing that I can always leave this thing. I can always like choose something else. But now, like, you know that you're in this for life, and you have that teaches you that you should choose the right decision. You should make the right decision. And then the other thing that's just so laid back, like more laid back. What do you mean I have to mop this house every day? I have to the point that I realize, wait, I cannot be doing my nails and they're so expensive. And I'm wringing a rag every day. I had to go on TikTok and start looking for smart mops. What can I use to mop that I don't have to wring with my fingers, right? So yeah, just be a smart wife, because man, you realize you're the one, the dishes are looking at you. The house is looking at you. The food is looking at you in the fridge. It's waiting to be cooked, right?
Yeah.
Thank God I love to love on people and cook for them, and get complimented on the things that I make or something like that. But yeah, those are things that I realized, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny to hear from your perspective and as a wife. How do you? We touched on this a little bit, and just me watching how you guys handled before the wedding. How do you handle your partner, like the balance? How do you and your partner handle balancing faith, love in the public eye? You've had to deal with this even before your wedding, but like now, how have you come together to balance your guys' life and the public eye?
First of all, I think for faith now, I would say that always choose someone that believes in the same things that you believe in.
That's a point right there.
Yeah. Like, always choose someone that is equally yoked with you. Do not go on going with some, I don't know who, all because, I don't know, they're going to give you a Range Rover on your introduction, or like show your family that, or something. I don't even know. Like, don't make that decision, because I think the most important thing is for you to share the same faith. And for me, that's Jesus. And that's amazing for me. Like, I need to know that you understand the same God that I understand, right? And then about balancing our life with a public eye and everything, I think the most important thing is for people to know that they don't even, like you said, they don't know all our lives. We just share 10% or even 1%. And that gives them a glimpse and they think they know everything, but they don't. And for me to think that Bambi, they think like that one clip or that one thing makes them feel like they know everything, it's just so amazing. Like, whoa, you can just take Ugandans where you want. Like anywhere, they will just go.
Yeah.
Like, I can give you 10% and you think you know me that much. Wow. I will take you anywhere I want. So yeah, that's how we balance, really. Mm-hmm.
That is really good. That was a funny punchline. You said you can just take Ugandans. Literally, you can make them do what you want them to do. Like you could do something and then just see all of them just going in for that.
Literally.
And they're so they don't want to do research, so they don't want to find out, is she lying to us or is it true? They'll just go believe or just do something, and
right? Because I even see so many impersonating pages on TikTok, and I find comments like, "Oh, well, Glorians on your midday." Like they really respond like it's your page. I'm like, you didn't even try to check if that's actually my page, right? So Bambi Ugandans, they don't like to research, they don't like to read, nothing. They just want to see what's there and they'll comment, they'll do whatever they want to do.
As long as they can pull a narrative or create a headline, that's all they live for.
Exactly.
What advice would you give to a young woman who is praying for love right now, but also on the side building a career? You're somebody who had your career already going, you're doing amazing work, and then finding love, and how you merge both of them together.
I would say that the advice that I would give a young woman out there that's looking for love is don't look for it. That's number one. Maybe pray about it. Like if you're actually serious and you feel like this is your season to maybe get married and start a family or find a companion, pray about it. Don't look for it, because as you're looking, you're going to find whatever new out that are just going to do weird things to you. Right? Like don't look. Great. That's what I found on TikTok when you first introduced our relationship. I'm like, whoa, this is a funny one. Anyway, don't look for love, because I think as a woman, first of all, you're meant to be pursued. You're very precious. You're meant to be pursued. So don't even look for it. Be open to love, right? Because I think some people are broken. Some people think, by the way, men are trash. But not all men are trash. Not all men are trash. So don't look for love. Pray about it. Pray that God gives you the right person. Give God your checklist, but then allow God to give you his checklist and what purpose he has for your life. Because the person that you end up with is either going to stop that purpose or continue it. So that's the most important thing. Like, what does your dad in heaven say about your next step in marriage? Not what you want or what your will is. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing.
Let's talk about your global recognition and brands and your evolution. At the beginning of this year, since the start of this year, you've been trending. And I mean, your wedding, what's happening, all the brands you're working with, everything. What's driving that momentum?
To be honest, I can't even put it on myself. I have to put it on God. I really can't. I can't say it's because we curated this like this and we tried to do content like this and this is how we introduced everything and that's why people. I can't even fathom. I think it's God. Only God can introduce you. Only God can make you the biggest topic of the year. Only God can do all those things for you. So it's either God or some other, I don't know, power or medium or something. And for me, I would say it's Jesus. It's only Jesus, because I don't take it for granted. Right? Because, I don't know, people pay for talkability, people pay for relevance. People die so much to be out there, to be talked about, to get their things out there. And we just sit in our seats and everyone is on us like that for I don't know how many months. I just have to put that on God, to be honest. I can't put it on myself. Yeah.
I'm a believer too, and I think people have acknowledged that. Like every time I don't mention it for the people, I mention it for myself and just reminding people that God first in everything. And even the success that I get with the small success that I get with the podcast and being able to sit down with the people, those people, guests that I've had on the podcast that say, I don't do interviews, but when you reached out, something
Yeah.
natural in me just made me want to come and have a conversation with you. Somebody said, like, I've turned down interviews, but something different with you that I wanted to come and have a conversation with you. So things like that, it's not my power. And I look at that, I'm like,
Hmm.
there's no way. I'm just like any person, but like God uses those people. Even growth on the social media, I don't pay for views. I don't pay for anything. If you come and find 2 views, that's what I got. But I'm never paying for that. But when you come and find 70,000 people that have watched my podcast, that's God. So I resonate
Hmm.
with what you just said right there. Like sometimes it's God, not sometimes, it's always God, and God works his things to make things
I have
happen.
to second that because, like, even I hate interviews because I don't know, like, people have called me to do interviews. Okay, not hate. Please don't be scared if I ever turn down your interview or something like that. But like, oh my goodness, I start feeling like, oh my goodness, should I really do an interview? But when I found your DMs, I was like, I never want to be a part of someone's greatness in the latter stages, right? I want to be one of the pioneers or one of the people,
Yeah.
like a part of. So I understand what you're saying, that it's never you that pushes people. It's, I don't know, it's a Holy Spirit, it's God. It's, if you believe in God, God will do everything else for you. It will give,
Exactly.
God will give those people that gut feeling that you need to do this, that go ahead. So yeah, always believe in God.
I came up with this thought, which I don't know if it's true or how people interpret it, but like I usually say, I don't really need even the Bible to prove to me that God is real. Just the things that have happened in my life are enough to teach me
Yeah.
that God is there. Like that's how I feel about it, because there's some things that go happen in your life and you'll be like, there's no way I was gonna go through that. And it's just a higher power on that. Anyway, I'm glad that we're able to talk about God there. Sometimes when I like to share a little bit about, not a little bit, but when the gate opens to talk about God, I want to talk about it. And it's about having fun. We're going to have fun.
Yeah.
You've collaborated with a lot of brands, and I might not mention them all, but like, how did you land all these collaborations with like Fashion Nova, Uber, and Coca-Cola? How did they come about?
To be honest, I've never looked for a brand. I've never reached out. I've never emailed a brand to work with them. I've never done any of that stuff. They always come to me, and that's something that I can't take for granted,
Mhm.
because this is a prayer that I always say. I always tell God, please put my name in big people's minds, keep them restless, remove peace from their homes until they reach out to me, right? Yeah, so that's the juju I do on them, and for some reason I just be there, and all these companies that I can't even, that I never even thought about reach out to me. So yeah, it's just good again.
Yeah, God will bring things that you don't even know how they happen. It's just, you just see things happening and you just continue to trust Him and just pray to Him for everything that you need. But still, on the same
Yeah.
note, what's your creative process when it comes to like curating a digital brand presence? Like, let's say they've reached out to you, you got them. How do you go about like creating your digital presence, or like the work you do for them?
The first thing that comes to my mind, especially if it's a big deal, like a big campaign or a big sign, a big contract or something like that, the first thing that comes to my mind is, Gogo, you have to eat this up. Like, you have to do better than you did before. You need to have a new concept. The content needs to look flawless, crisp. Everything has to be amazing. This has to elevate you. This has to introduce you in a new way that it hasn't introduced you before. I hate to do things the same way I've been doing them. I hate to move in the same patterns, the same routine, the same boring. Yes, is how she advertises. No. I love to put myself out of the box and make sure that that brand gets a new version of me that I haven't even explored yet, but I'm exploring it for their sake, and they're so satisfied, and that gives me so much satisfaction.
That's something I live by. See, we do this podcast. There's a lot of people who do podcasts in the world, everywhere. But one thing
Yeah.
that's always on the back of my head, how can I be better than yesterday? How can I be better? How can I improve? Because the only way you're going to grow is keep growing or changing your best. That's like I played sports in college, and my coach was to change your best, and that meant like every day think about something that can elevate you. The problem is when we
Mm.
get cocky or we get I'm good, I'm there, and you just relax. But every day you have to think of something new. What can I bring new? What can I change things here and there for the better? And that's a good tool to have in your arsenal or in your life.
Always put yourself on pressure, like apply pressure. Because if you don't put yourself on pressure, yes, people say be comfortable, don't be anxious, da, 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 but it's only because you're on pressure that you're going to elevate, that you're going to be motivated to do better than yesterday. So, yeah.
What's one lesson you've learned from working with an international brands that Ugandan creatives could learn from?
First of all, one lesson I've learned is that they're looking for quality.
Yeah.
Always, they're looking for quality. They're looking for a brand that can give them what they want. They're looking for a brand that can resonate well with what they sell. And they're looking for a brand with integrity. I think most brands, for some reason, people think their reputation doesn't matter, but your reputation actually does matter. Most brands, even luxury brands, they make sure that whoever is representing them has a clean, okay, not clean slate per se, but you should have a reason why some things went wrong, right? So if you have a very dirty name, no one can put their hand for you. No one can put their hand for you to say, no, this is why this happened. I feel like that really draws you away from brands a lot, right? So your reputation matters, your engagement as well. Because you could have all the numbers, but then you find that maybe someone has, let's say, I don't know how many million followers, and the engagement, the likes, everything is not matching up. So your engagement shows that you're authentic. People still love to watch you. You have active followers that love to see your work. So yeah, I think that's something that pulls international brands.
And the other thing I can add on to that, we touched on this a little bit. Get a habit of research, because there's no way you're going to get this opportunity. But if you don't have the research background, like you don't know anything about them, you get the opportunity, but then it will just go through your hands. So like once you learn about them, like even these brands that are outside Uganda, learn about them. What do they do? Even when you get that opportunity. So like when they get you, when you're ready, then you'll be able to get that. But yeah, and being authentic, I like you touched on it. Like some people are not authentic, and a few people have talked about it on the podcast. Like they want quick success. Somebody reaches out, hey, I can help you grow your Instagram channel. Instagram, I get you this. So you look like you have a big following, but then the engagement is not adding up because of all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what they do.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people.
You're only lying to yourself. You're not lying to anyone
Exactly.
else. You're lying to yourself, and you know it, right? Because it's going to show in every way. Yeah.
I know we touched music on the very first beginning when I asked you about music, and we touched a little bit about faith. But just in your music, you mentioned that you were reviving your music career. What can fans expect from this new chapter?
About reviving my music career, I think it's mostly ministry. 100% ministry. Now that I'm in love, I'm married, I'm no longer like the baby that they used to say I am. I can sing about love, of course, but like godly love. But yeah, it's mostly ministry, and I intend for my music to push people closer to God, because that's what really matters to me. Because at the end of the day, God is the main thing. You want to make sure that you're making an impact in their lives in a way that pushes them closer and to having a relationship, an intimate relationship with God, and not just any God, Jesus, the Jesus that I serve. So yeah, it's about serving my purpose with my voice, serving my purpose with the words that I speak into people's lives, because music has power. So if you don't use music in the right way, or you use it to do your own things, I think you are doing your gift a disservice. So yeah, that's what I intend to do.
The other question onto that would be, how do you keep your heart aligned when the industry can sometimes be tough or can sometimes be distracting?
I'm a normal person. Behind closed doors, sometimes like we really digest and talk about everything, like with my family, or like my sister or my husband or my mom or my dad, whoever. Like we actually talk about certain things. We're like, what did they say? Or things like that. But I think your reaction or your response or who you're made to be in the future after that is what really matters at the end of the day. So I make sure that whatever reaction that I have emulates the best version of myself. You understand? Sometimes maybe, I don't know, you can go wrong or like not really respond in a way that you would love people to perceive you in. But at the end of the day, you need to sit down and make sure that you are emulating the best version of yourself and in a way that is really inspiring people even more, not just encouraging, I don't know, weird agendas, right?
Right.
I don't know if that's understandable.
No, it makes sense a lot. Anyway, we're gonna wrap up with the last segment where I touched on Kampala Crème at the end of your introduction. Like I think you featured it. Was it season 2?
Season 1, actually.
Season 1.
debuted.
Okay. Season 1. Oh my god. Yeah, I got that wrong. But let's talk about
No
Kampala
worries.
Crème, season 1. What drew you into like trying out reality TV in the first place?
First of all, as a family, we have always loved reality TV. My sister is so obsessed with reality. No, we're not obsessed like that, but like she has always seen that, or everyone has always seen that we would do so well on a reality TV show. So even in that time, we were thinking about we should do something, because every time we have conversations or every time we even post something small, people are so like ready to jump on it. People are so interested. So yeah, when they gave me that call, I was like, oh my goodness. I don't even have to put in the work. I don't have to get a production. I don't have to do all this. I just have to go and present myself and even be paid for it. Let's do this. So that's what really drew me initially to do the reality TV thing, because it was already in our heads to do something like that.
What were your expectations going in, and how did the reality compare?
That's a very good question. I'm really trying to answer this as professionally as I can. To be honest, it was sold better than it came out. It was sold to me as this huge thing, right? As something that's going to be everywhere in so many African countries, on billboards everywhere, South Africa, everywhere. It's a team from South Africa. It's a team from here, DSTV. It was really sold in such a juicy way that anyone would feel like, whoa, okay, I think this is going to actually add like a stone to my career or something like that. But I think in reality, of course, I think everyone, they're building something or as a dream of something, they're thinking it's going to be that big. But for me, I didn't think it matched up to what was sold to me in that time, which is no one's fault, really. I think everyone thought it's going to be like that. But for me, it started to feel like, is this adding to me or am I adding to it? Because at the end of the day, I don't want to do something if it's not elevating me. I don't want to be a part of things where I'm the one. Like, I don't know how to explain it really in the most respectful way possible. But unless it's ministry, I don't want to be a part of something where I'm not rubbing shoulders with things that are really taking me now on the next step like that. I don't want things that are putting me now down in compromising situations. That wasn't now the reality. So yeah.
And I've had a few people who have been on Kampala Crème on the show, but one of the questions I keep asking them, I see clips on Instagram, TikTok, and always like, then it comes to the public, and there's also something to deal with the public. How did you handle those online conversations, like now outside the show, now dealing with the people who are watching the show, all that stuff going on on the social media?
How did I deal with them? In the most chaotic way possible. That's what I can say. Like, it was so ghetto. Because I was so used to the show being ghetto. So even when we were reacting and responding, was so ghetto about it. I won't even lie. So because we felt like, oh my goodness, like people judge something that they don't know fully, right? Or like they don't know why something is even emulated like that, or they don't know what clips are cut out, or they don't know what wasn't shown, or what. Now let's give you the tea, right? So anyway, maybe it wasn't the most professional thing to do, but in the moment, we felt like we're already ghetto in this thing. Let's just take it until the end. Yeah, so it was both a chaotic and fun ride, But at the end of the day, there are so many lessons to learn from, the whole thing.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Like, what did it teach you about yourself? I know reality TV can test your patience and image.
Mm-hmm.
What did it teach you about yourself?
I think it taught me that, first of all, not everything is for me. I might be very ambitious and I want to be a part of anything that could take me, I don't know where, or something that I'm very excited about, or something that I've always loved to do. It taught me discernment. Like, you have a chance to discern before you're actually to fit in deep into something, right? It's always better to discern before you sign papers, before you receive the money, before you show up, than discern, I don't know, midway and you look crazy, or like discern later. You can ask God about decisions. And yet, there are so many whispers in my ear. My dad told me, are you sure? You actually want to do this? I'm like, Daddy, it's reality TV. Even as you have to take spaces like that. I gave every excuse to be a part of this thing. And yet so many people, even my husband, he was my boyfriend at the time, he kept on telling me, Gogo, are you sure of this thing? Like, you really want to do this? I'm like, yes, I know I can. Like, I know I can give them good TV. Like, it doesn't have to be serious like that. It doesn't have to be deep. I can just give them good TV, and we give Uganda like a good reality TV show.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out it became, I don't know, so many different things. And it taught me discernment. It taught me to ask God about my decisions, about my career, about everything. So that's the biggest lesson I learned. It also taught me forgiveness. I realized that, oh, wow, like things are not always surface level. You actually have to forgive anyone that made you feel a certain way, and also forgive yourself for, I don't know, decisions that you made that maybe rubbed people off a certain way. So it taught me forgiveness from the heart, like from the core, to actually be happy for these people, to actually forgive them from the core. So that's another lesson that I learned from it.
That's a good one. Forgiveness is important. It's good. I love that. I really do. Would you ever do another reality TV, or was that chapter enough?
Oh my goodness. It's funny. Someone actually reached out to me recently talking about me joining a reality TV show. And because I think I'm a gullible person, I listen to them before I talk to my team. I like to make decisions for myself, and I'm like, Bambi, I see where you're going with this. And then at the end of the day, like, I think 2 days before the whole thing started to shoot, I was like, not this way, not like this. Never mind. In fact, don't transact any money, don't do anything. I felt like it's not worth it yet, right?
Yeah.
But I would do a reality TV show that is curated by us, right? We are our own bosses. Yes, I don't mind if it's a production team or whatever, but I wouldn't want a reality TV show that isn't completely professional, completely like all knots are tied. That I'm not involved in. But if it's completely professional, we have a say in the whole thing, it's completely authentic, then I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
And if it aligns with my values and principles, because now that's a big thing for me, right? I need to be inspiring, encouraging, motivating, and it needs to be adding. As I'm entertaining you, what are you learning? What are you inspired to do? So it needs to align well with my beliefs, my principles, my everything. Yeah.
That is important. I'm glad you added that, because I strongly believe in that. There's been a lot of people who have reached out to me. Hey, we want to sponsor your podcast. We want to advertise with your podcast. And I have a value, like, this is what I'm doing. This is my goal to achieve. They have money, yes, but money, I'm not trading my values for money. First thing, God has blessed this podcast. Like, I've been able to get to where it's at without your money. I'm not saying that I wouldn't take your money if you're giving it, but we have to work together. My values, making sure that I'm sticking to what I'm trying to do. I don't want anybody to come in because they're bringing money to divert me from the goal that I'm trying to get to. And I like to tell people, like, don't trade your values for cheap things like money. Money will always come, money will always go, but your values will stay with you and they'll take you to places. So I like that you added that last part. They have to abide by your values and actually respect them. Because if somebody does not respect you, it doesn't work well with you. That was amazing. It's really amazing to sit down and having a conversation with you. We always end this podcast with a fun segment. This one is called rapid fire.
Okay.
Rapid fire is a segment where I ask you a question. You give me the first answer that comes to your mind, the first thought that comes to your mind. You don't have to think about it. I usually give a disclaimer to the people listening. This is not advice. Don't take it for advice, because when somebody gives you an answer that they did not second thought about it, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't
Don't use
take
it
it.
against us.
Just listen to it and have fun with it. But if it works for you, well and good. Don't hold it against the person who said it.
Mm-hmm.
The first word that describes your 2025 so far.
Love.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
One song that always puts you in the good mood.
Oh my goodness, I have to think. What should I say? Okay, oh my goodness. I can't think. What song? Okay, the thing is, I've not been listening to songs. I've been listening to like house music.
Ask your husband what song he thinks would put you in a good mood. This is a freebie.
Twin, what song puts me in a good mood? Thank you. Yeah, this year. Yeah. Yes, I wanted to say that, Coming to Pass. That's that was our interest song on our wedding day.
One person you'd love to collaborate with musically.
My husband.
Yes, sir. What's your favorite Bible verse right now?
Oh my goodness, I just read it yesterday. It's in Ephesians chapter 1 something, when I read that God raised Jesus from the dead and he put him in the highest places, in the heavenly places, far above every dominion, every principality, every name of this age and the ages to come, and everything is under his feet. Whoa. I was
That's
like,
deep.
Wow. The God that I serve is amazing. So yeah, I just read that yesterday and I loved it.
One habit that has changed your life.
Learning not to procrastinate.
Your proudest moment of this year.
Getting married.
I knew you were going to say that. A message to your younger self.
You got this. It's going to get better. And oh my goodness, look who you became.
No, it's amazing. It's really, really amazing, like listening to you. And even when I sang that song, to be honest with you, I did not, the song I sang for you and I asked you if you sang it, I did not even write it in my preparations or anything. It just, as we were talking, It came back to my mind. I think she sang this song. Because I really like that song when we used to sing it.
Yeah, like I look at myself and I'm like, wow, Gogo, you are not a flop.
What legacy do you want to leave behind?
I want to leave a legacy of Christ. I think that's number one. Like everything else is important. The riches, the wealth, the children, the everything. But I think the first thing that I want people to say about me is she was a true woman of God. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect now or that I've already achieved that. I'm working on it, guys. Give me time. But yeah, that's the legacy that I want to leave for myself.
We have final three on the podcast. Final three is the three signature questions that I ask everybody that comes to this podcast. It's a one answer. It's a question with one answer too.
Okay.
What has been a life lesson you've learned in life to this point?
I've learned that always trust in God. It seems cliche, but oh my goodness, like how the Bible says, if you can dress the lilies, if you can give the birds in the air food and they're not even complaining, if you rained food from heaven for the Israelites and everything, what can he do for you? Like it might seem like now you have no way out, you have no food, you have no clothing, you have no shelter, you have nothing. But as long as you have faith in God, it gains you righteousness. That's what happened for Abraham. Like it got him righteousness. It's because of his faith that we have that he had righteousness. So if you have faith in you that God got you, he got you, he will do everything for you. Trust me. It's like putting faith in, I don't know who. Like imagine your father knows that you have so much faith in him and he's looking for money, let's say to pay your tuition or something. And you're like, Daddy, I know you can, I know I'm going to go to school until university. He's going to do everything in his power to make sure that he gets those dreams happen, if he's a good dad anyway. Now the dads we have now, I can't even give that example, but you feel me. If you put that faith in your father, now your father in heaven, can't he do more than that? he can do more than that. And I've seen him do that all the time. So having faith in God. Sorry, it wasn't a one-word answer, but yeah, I got so
Good.
deep
It's
for
a
no
podcast.
reason.
It's the gospel. Yeah. It's God. It's God. We can't limit God. What gets
Yeah.
you excited about life?
I was going to say the unknown, but I think the known that's not yet happening, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't like surprises. I like surprises, but like I need to know that. Let me say, I'm getting a new car and I'm waiting on that, and I can't wait, and I'm working towards that, right? So yeah, the known that has not yet happened.
The final question of the three is, who would you like to see on this podcast next as a guest? And you're going to help me to get that person here.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was going to say Mr. Mbaleka. Chin, would you want to be on this podcast? Because me, I'm doing my job already, getting him here. What you say? Okay, me, I vote for my sister, Jolly. She's amazing.
Okay, yeah, I've seen
She's
Jolie
so-
actually. I've seen her in your content sometimes, yeah.
She's so amazing. And I think she deserves to be asked these questions from you. Like, you'll even think I'm so boring when she comes in the seat. So yeah, Jolly.
Let's get Jolie. Yeah, I've seen her. I would love to have a conversation with her. Was she a maid of honor?
Yeah, she was the best maid of honor.
Yeah, I think I saw that. Hey there, my name is Bonny Kibuuka, the podcast host of the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. Thanks for watching and listening to my podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Also, leave a feedback on this podcast because that's how we grow. Thank you very much and be blessed.
Hi, everybody. How are you? My name is Gloria Mulunji Mbaleka, aka Baby Gloria, and I cannot believe that I'm finally on the Ugandan Boy Podcast Talk Show, and I cannot wait for you to watch it because we had such an amazing conversation. See you there.
Guess who I'm having next weekend? It's one of your friends.
Who? Who?
You can't even guess. But you know her, and she was in
Give me
your
a-
maid. She was part of your maid. She was part of your maid.
Santina.
Yeah, Santina.
Santina. Because I saw them being suggested on your story.
Yeah. Santina is coming here
Aw.
next Saturday. It's gonna be amazing.
That's
So
nice.
I'm excited for that one. Yeah, I'm excited for this one too. Gloria, it's amazing. I loved sitting down with you, and I usually tell the people that when you come here as a guest, it's an open invitation. Like anytime you have something, just shoot me a text like, hey, I got something on my chest. I want to just come talk on the podcast. And we'll always open door. So you can always come in here. Mikasa Sukasa. My house is your
Yeah.
house. Open invitation. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much for inviting me and for hosting this. Thank you. And I pray that this is such an amazing episode for you and for us all.
Amen.
I hope you
One
liked
thing
it. Did you enjoy this?
I loved it. But one thing I gotta
Okay.
ask, I want Mr. Mbaleka in the frame, please, just for 2
Yes,
minutes. But more headphone yawe
We need-
yokubiri.
We need you in the frame for just a small
Yeah.
thing.
Mugamba ajja tubuuzeeko.
Just to Tubuzeko. You can put your shades on if you want.
Yeah, take a question. Just got 2 quick seconds. Hey, Madam Caesar.
Think you're here, maybe.
Hi, Sebo. Come on.
Hello.
Professor,
How are you?
tukwagala ku ntebe eno sometimes.
Sorry, I
So,
can't hear you guys.
Kuntebe?
oh, you can't hear. He can't. I thought they gave
Hey,
him
you
one
can't
of the
hear.
AirPods.
Yeah, have.
Okay.
Because you can't hear.
Oh yeah, he couldn't hear me. Malengamba,
Yes,
tukwagala mu ntebe eno sometimes. So whenever you feel comfortable, you always have an
Yes,
open
yes.
invitation. You can tell Gloria to just message me. Entebe ejja kuba ekulinze. Ojje
Please.
twogeremu.
Ntebe yange ejja kuba eninze.
Entebe ejja kuba ekulinze. Ojje tuwayemu. But no, thanks for bringing Gloria to the podcast. It's been amazing conversation. So, and congratulations
you
on
liked it.
your guys' wedding. So we
Thank you
appreciate
so much.
you. Webale
Thank you so
kumulabirira. Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
national treasure.
Yeah.
Gloria's
Kale,
Kale,
thank you so
Kale.
much.
Thank you,
Kale.
sir. Mr. Mbaleka, kachagena kuba njagala abeere ng'akirowoozaako. I want him to come on the
Eh,
podcast sometime.
wamba.
But the other thing I don't want
and
to,
I'll let
I don't
you
usually pressure. Yeah, I usually don't pressure people. I want them to feel comfortable and then they can come and sit. But yeah, I would love to sit down and
Yes.
have a conversation with him. So that would be amazing.
All right, no problem.
Kale, so send greetings to your family, your mom. Tell your mom, Muchala na Kibuuka. My name is Kibuuka, Bonny, so Mgambi. Kibuuka send
What?
greetings, yeah. So pass our greetings to the family and everybody.
Okay, I will. I definitely
Kale.
will.
Kale, let me leave
Bye.
the DOP to do their job. We'll see you. Stay connected. Peace out.
Okay, thank you. Peace out.
Kale, bye.
Bye.